Hello, Refactor here, and today I'm going to cover spheres. So first thing, I have here center and edge. If you notice, under the sphere section, where it says create method. Anyway, so with the center, you notice it created it from. How can I put it? The sphere was created at the center of where I had first clicked. And as I drag out, it expands from there. Now, if I do edge, it will do that, but from the edge, and will expand outwards, like so. Both have their uses. Uh, for the keyboard, you have the coordinates and radius. That's if you know the exact size you want. And of course, create. Um, Now, once you create a sphere, you can of course edit it. Uh, Change its radius if you so desire, and segments. Well, I haven't really covered segments yet, but yes, you can change the segments if you want. Have it at 32. Why don't we do 40, just because? And hopefully you saw it. My computer's thinking. Okay, hopefully you see a difference. If not, then I can always half that. And if you notice the edge, the edges are the number of segments will affect how smooth the edge is. The surface of the sphere is the surface of any object, for that matter. But then you have uh, smooth, which if you turn it off, it definitely, as you see, it doesn't even try to smooth the surface now. So with that back on, we have here chop, and we can chop off a part of the sphere. Let's do 0.2, and if you notice that part of the sphere is gone. Yeah, so part of the sphere is gone now because it chopped it off. And now for squash, I have here very similar thing. It it's something you might want to do. You might not. Now slice is this is very different. from the other from drop or yeah. So let's just say you have an object and you want to place it at, let's say, 45 degrees, and okay, so I hadn't I was gonna do something, put in a value here, but because I hadn't yet and it's at 0, it dropped it to the 0 point. So 45 to 0 is is what you have here. The majority of that sphere is gone. But if we were to say to 90, as you can see, most of the sphere is back. And of course, you can play with this a bit. You can, you know, that might make it a little easier. So, yeah, you can do that. Or decide, no, you don't want to have it cut. And this stuff here, you can just, for the moment, don't even bother with that. Anyway, so that is one sphere. Why don't we make another sphere? I knew something was wrong. Okay, so this is a geosphere. It's very similar, as you can see it. Um, you have the options are should be familiar. Radius. Yeah. But if you wanted to see what happens if you change the segments, you can always do that. And that's 8. So clearly, this handles segments a little differently than a normal object and even a normal, just a regular sphere. And of course, you can play with some other. You can play with this a bit. I really don't use the GeoSphere that much, so I'm not very practiced as to everything you can do with it. But I'm sure it has its place. You can do a lot of things with it. Just not something I tend to use all that often. But anyway, that is spheres. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you will watch more videos as they come out. So until then, I'm Perfector, wishing you a good night.